So, what is going on, Melanin Fitness Nation? I get the huge honor to interview another one of our kinfolk, Regina with the Forge. Super excited to talk to you, but
Hello.
we got to get into this thing really quick, right? So, I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on you. So sorry, we all CrossFitters love a little bit of pressure. So, I'm gonna put you on the clock. You have 1 minute to tell us anything about yourself. It can be work related, fitness related, personal, anything about yourself. You have 1 minute to let us know anything you want the people to know about you. Okay. In three, two, one, go.
Okay, I am a military vet. I served the Army for 6 years as a combat medic. Currently, now I'm working as a registered nurse at Emory St. Joseph's Hospital, where I get to work on patients who have heart attacks, which is a very instant gratifying work that I do. I've been doing CrossFit for a couple of years now. Well, actually, 1 year. I started my fitness journey 2 years ago. I've been doing CrossFit for 1 year. And so far, it has been very contributing very well to my mental health. I'm very happy. I'm healthy. And that pretty much sums it up. Oh, I'm a mom of two girls, large age gap. I have a 20-year-old and a 2-year-old. So that kind of gives you an idea on the kind of household we have running in here. But that's pretty much the gist of my life.
Okay. Where are you from?
I am from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I established roots here in Atlanta in 2018 and been here since then. So I am a transplant.
Good. Perfect. Your minute is over. I know that's a lot of pressure, but I love to do that to people, especially CrossFitters, because we love pressure. We always rise. So cool. So let's get into it. So we know a little bit about you. We know that you just started your fitness journey like a year ago. What brought you to the CrossFit space? Tell us what's going on. How did you get here?
So after when I initially worked out, I started at F45, which was just a strength-based program. After I had my second daughter, I just wanted to get fit because I was very overweight and weak. So after a year of that, I lost about 40 pounds, and I just wanted to kind of up the challenge a little bit and increase my strength. And I knew that every time when I would see a CrossFitter or if I would watch the games, they all look great. I'm like, you know what? That's the body I want. That's what I'm going for. So I joined the Forge, which is the local gym closest to my home. And over time, I just started enjoying working out with, the members of the gym, and the coaches there are incredible. That I kind of forgotten what my initial goal was in the first place. It's just, I just became friends with everybody and just enjoyed coming to class. And then after a year in, over time and dedication, I evolved into, the fitness level that I was seeking. And now I have new friends and I'm happy to be a part of that community.
Nice, nice. So you had something huge that just recently happened. You competed in your first competition, the Atlanta Masters Classic. Thank you so much for your support. So tell us about that. Tell us what made you sign up, what gave you the push, and then when you were finally in the grit of things, tell us how your experience was.
Well, I didn't want to do the comp. I'm not a competitive person. But it was Mike, the coach at the Forge, that encouraged me to just give it a try and see. He felt like there's something that I would be capable of doing, in which I did. During the comp, I was very nervous. I, didn't know what to expect. But I did focus on, just letting go of the stress and having fun. Don't feel disappointed with the results that I earned. Just make sure I get through it. And I did just that. I felt like with the support of you and everyone in, the Forge, if it wasn't for that, then I probably wouldn't have been as happy. So as a result of that, I'm very satisfied that I was able to complete it and do that. And now I'm looking forward to possibly joining other comps in the future once I work more on my strength a little bit. I was hoping to do something more team-based next time, not as much individual, but you never know. We'll see. My goal changes every time. I come in with one set and then things change and it's like, you know what, I actually end up, changing something for the better. So
I like it. So congratulations. I have never done an individual comp. I don't know if I would ever do an individual comp. I love working with people because I work by myself every day. So I love the fact of working with the team. And I think you will really enjoy working with the team because it kind of feels like a Saturday workout. So hope you get to do that and experience that. If not with us in September, with somebody else. That's all
Right.
I'm going to say. So tell us a little bit about any advice that you would give to somebody. Let's just say they're super scared. They're maybe not at the CrossFit level, but they want to start their fitness journey. What advice would you give to that person?
I would say to give yourself goals that are measurable. I feel like a lot of times when we enter like the fitness world, you set a goal that doesn't seem really achievable, or within arm's reach. When you first sign up, like, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds in 6 months, it just sounds very difficult. Instead, I just say, you know what, let me just commit to something and be disciplined on what I'm able to do. So I just worked on making fitness a routine versus something that I have to do, just make it a part of my lifestyle. So I knew that, going to classes at 6 a.m. is the only way I can get it done. Otherwise, I
Mhm.
won't work out. So I just kind of stuck with it. And then also, I would say pay attention to the progress that you don't expect. Like you may have a certain goal in mind, but you'll see progress in other areas, whether it be weight loss or you're PRing something new in a gym or your mobility is better or your movements are more graceful and things like that. And I felt like using that as fuel to encourage me to continue on with future workouts.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So talk to us about how you encourage your girls to stay healthy. Because I think as a parent, you are the ultimate role model. So tell us what approach you personally take with your girls.
Interestingly, when I had my first daughter, even though I say I was a military vet, she really didn't follow that pathway. She's naturally small, so
Okay.
I don't want to say she doesn't have to work out, but she does not work out, and she is healthy. But I feel like my fitness program doesn't really influence her that much.
Okay.
I would say though, since with my younger daughter, since she's 2, I said that when she gets a little bit older, maybe I should start bringing her to the gym with me and having her see what I do. Or if I do join another comp, having her watch me work out. That way she can see that it is a lifestyle for me as well. And
Okay.
maybe it'll help her evolve into, you know, getting into fitness at a younger age.
Right. And then maybe she can be like, oh my gosh, not only is my mom so cool, she's my superhero. So that would be
Yeah.
super, super
Yeah.
cool to just have that inside. So tell us about your favorite CrossFit move. Like, what do you like to do?
I would say that my favorite CrossFit move is a move that I cannot do yet, and Mike
Okay.
probably would tell you because we've been working on it, is a toaster bar.
Okay.
For some reason, I cannot get it, but he always says you can't get it yet. So it's a work in progress. So I feel like once I'm able to execute that movement um, consistently, then that's my ultimate favorite one that I want to achieve. Even though I can't do it yet, I'm doing kind of like knees to elbows. I really enjoy the toaster bar.
Nice, nice. Okay. So tell us about your least favorite move. What do you not like so much?
The snatch. Um, it's just something that's the one movement where I don't really increase my weight that much. I know that it takes time, and I do need to work on my skills a little bit better with that movement. It's coming up slowly but surely, but that's the one that's kind of been consistent since the beginning with as
Okay.
far as weight. So.
Okay. So talk to us about two mottos that you live by.
Oh, see. I would say, oh my gosh, this is tough.
I know you got some, Regina. I know you being a nurse, I know you have some good ones. I know you do.
I know. I'm just like at a blank right now.
It's okay. No worries.
Mm.
How about we talk about your favorite snack?
My favorite snack is Currently chips and guacamole. That's all I've been really even snacking on.
Okay.
I try to be intentional with my diet. So, on a healthy day, a snack would be a protein bar, rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
Um, as far as indulging, I would say ice cream.
Okay. Okay. So are you going to the ice cream festival?
I didn't even know that there was an ice cream festival.
There is an ice cream festival. There is an ice cream festival. It's like the 22nd. I just found it because my mom happens to be coming in town that weekend and it's at Piedmont. So we're gonna go and check it out. I'm not a huge ice cream fan, but my other half is, and so is my mom. So we're gonna go check it out. I probably shouldn't have told you that, but you're gonna work out. You look great. So
Thank
you should
you.
be absolutely fine. You should be absolutely fine.
Yes,
So
it was 80 pounds.
there you go. That's amazing. So you've lost a total of 80 pounds.
Yes,
Okay. How long did it take?
2 years.
Amazing. That's amazing. So we need to
Mhm.
definitely see some before and after pictures so I can
Ah, yeah.
post you and spotlight you in our group. So talk to me about what you think about CrossFit when it relates to people of color in a CrossFit space.
I did have some apprehension in the beginning in joining a CrossFit gym only because kind of not knowing much about it in the beginning, I associated it with more of a political organization, so to
Okay.
speak. Because most of the time, when you do your research, you look at Google and you look at the images and you see like the the blue lives flag, or
Mhm.
or they're promoting more of the Second Amendment rights, you know what
Mhm.
I mean, things like that. However, with the gym, I'll speak for the gym that I joined, that they've been very inclusive. I've never felt or been treated as a minority. Like I said before, I've made friends of all different backgrounds in the gym. It's totally a judgment free zone for the local box that I go to. I can't,
Right.
speak for others. Um, I did a few months ago have an interview. I believe her name was Anne. In regards to like with their question saying how is it being a person of color in a CrossFit gym, or she did ask me what do I think is the reason on why there's not a huge presence of people of color in a CrossFit gym. And I thought that maybe it was amenities because you go to a box, it's like your bare bones, run of the mill, like just barbells and rigs and weights, and that's it. You don't
Mhm.
have like the fancy machines or the air conditioning or the contemporary,
Mhm.
remodeling in the bathroom. It's just, you go in there, you get sweaty, you work out and you leave, and that's just it, straight to
Right.
the point. But I mean, if you put that aside and you kind of focus more on the fitness model of things, you'll definitely will get the results that you're looking for. But that was my reason on why I feel like there's not really a huge, people of color turnout, because they want, the fixings and all of, like, the fancy stuff. And also too with cost. Um, at first I thought that that was possibly a reason, but when you compare it to other organizations like Orange Theory or F45 or something like that, it's just does the same cost. I mean, when it comes to that. Um, I also feel like I respond better well in a community-based workout. I like instruction. I like to be given a direction on what
Okay.
workouts I need to do. I don't have the independence to go into a random gym and just work out on my own and fully hold myself accountable and making sure I get all my sets done and things like that. I need someone to watch me and tell me or look at my form, tell me if I'm doing my movements correctly, and also to encourage me, and be like
Mhm.
my side cheerleader. So
Mhm.
that's kind of the whole gist on, I feel like, why maybe or being a person of color in the gym that I go to works well for me.
Right. And I'm in other fitness groups and I look at different people that tag us on Melanin Fitness Nation. And I always look and I'm like, oh, they're working out, but they're really not doing the move correctly to get the maximum amount of potential for that move. So I'm always just like, oh, I kind of cringe inside. And I think every CrossFitter does at some point in time, like, oh my gosh, if they were to just tweak this one little thing,
Hmm.
then I think their move will be so beneficial. So I can definitely understand just being in an environment where people know they can coach you, and stuff like that. I do think price has a lot to do with it, because I notice a lot of people of color, they go to the LA Fitness, they go to the Planet Fitness, and those are, as we know, a lot less expensive than CrossFit. So I
Yeah.
get, I totally get it. So what other type of workouts do you do? Do you only do CrossFit, or do you have other hobbies in health and wellness that you like to do? Do you go hiking? Do you go running? Anything else you like to do outside of CrossFit?
I do. So, we're doing with CrossFit for a year. I did notice that my endurance training sucks. So,
Okay.
like, I felt like maybe if I worked more on that, that maybe it'll help contribute to, completing the Metcons quicker in the gym. So I've been getting on the bike at home and just been doing like zone 2 training. Sometimes I'll go out and do like a little long 5K. I do not like partner wads, despite me saying that I want to do a team-based comp. It's not that I don't like being partnered with anybody. It's just, Saturdays are just like, me time. And then
Hmm.
usually I commit to those days of just going on like a nice leisurely run. I will get on the bike, or I don't hike as much as I used to, but that's something that I am interested in getting back into, especially when the weather cools off a little bit more. And also to midweek, I occasionally golf with my husband.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's great. So is your husband a CrossFitter too? Or is CrossFit
No, and I've been
your thing?
trying to convince him to join. He is a cardio guy. He does his
Nice.
biking, he does his runs. That's his thing. I've tried to convince him, like, no, weight training is so important. And I mean, he's slowly getting there. So, we got like our little 100-pound dumbbells. I'm like, just at least pick up that a couple of times, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I think that I think he's more intimidated. And I told him that that's how I initially felt, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, joining the gym. So I'm still, it's a work in progress. I'm still trying to encourage him to join. So
He's
I think he's
going to,
halfway there.
yes, he's going to come around. We're just going to manifest that right now that he is going to absolutely come around. So that's great. So this part of our segment is a little bit different. It is called turning tables. So what happens during this segment is you get to ask me any question that you want me to answer. I'm an open book, so there's no topic off limits. So tell me what you got.
What made you decide to join CrossFit or be a part of the CrossFit community?
Because I was fat as hell and nothing worked. And I couldn't keep it off. Like we would do like the random tennis days, or we would go walking, or we would go to Planet Fitness or LA Fitness. And it was great, but it just wasn't fulfilling to me. It wasn't enough. I didn't have the encouragement that I needed. So I said, let me find something else that works.
Okay. What advice would give to, let's say, an intermediate CrossFitter like myself to stick with the program and to keep up with in order to evolve into a RX athlete?
So I would just say enjoy the moments that you're at right now. Be in
Okay.
every single moment that you can, because what happens is that we're always looking forward to the next thing. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
when I get this, like it's going to be great. And you're always going to be seeking something different out of CrossFit. So what I've learned is just provide yourself a lot of kindness with a lot of space and be in the moment so you can enjoy the victories that you do have, because they're going to come. And sometimes they're going to come so often that you're like, oh my gosh, just last week I was doing handstand push-ups, or I was doing toes to bar, and now I'm like stringing 10 of them together. And you're in a workout and you end up getting on the bar and you're doing your 10 toes to bar and you're like, oh my gosh, like I just did all of them. I didn't have to come off and they strung together. So just enjoy it, be in every moment.
What gym do you currently go to now, or do you run your own gym, or
So I actually live on 5 acres and I have a gym at my house, a fully
okay.
equipped gym. So I take my clients at my house and I typically work out at my house. What I do is I actually volunteer once a week at the CrossFit gym in Covington that you came to.
Got it.
So I help them out. We're kind of in communication now about me taking on a different role. I've been a head coach at a gym and been like that go-to person before. So I'm kind of like very apprehensive about doing that again. But yeah, that's where I coach at now. So I kind of do my own thing, which I love.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions, but I do
Okay.
want to say that I definitely find you as an inspiration. I think
Oh, thank
that you
you.
are a great asset to the Black community, the CrossFit community, and I admire the dedication that you put into your work and into your business. And that
Thank
if you
you.
ever need like a volunteer or any help from me or anything that I can contribute to your business or your goals or anything, I'd be more than happy to be a part of that.
Thank you. I received those flowers, Regina. I received them so much. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. That is who we have talked to today, Regina, with the Forge. If you all have not been up to Forge, you need to go. They are in Roswell. Mike is the owner over there. Very great guy. Amazing, amazing, amazing community. I can't say enough positive things about that community. Love them. They're very welcoming, very inclusive. So I guess that's all we have for Regina. She gave us a little bit of tea. We're going to probably follow up with her later on to get some more tea. But thank you for being a part of our community, Regina. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.